Grand Rising, beautiful family. Retta's Recovery Reminders. It's Retta, and Ratchet, of course, is right here with me. We're sitting outside this morning because it's so beautiful out. It's been a little warm, but it's just gorgeous. So we're outside. She had 4 ticks on her this morning when she came out of the grass, so I had to do her little flea and tick stuff. I only put it on her in the summer because I don't like to put the poison on them if they don't need it. But I decided to start going down 2 milligrams every 2 weeks. I was doing 1 milligram every 2 weeks, but it feels like I'm not getting anywhere fast enough. And it's probably because every time I go to the doctor, like, I don't notice that they stop my wean, and I have to re-request it every time. So I've been like sitting at the same 82 milligrams for like a month now. And I was like, why aren't I going down? Oh, you have to, no. I'm like, no, I want to. I've been trying to get off of this stuff for, the past year. Well, it's not been a year. I really decided about 6 months ago that I was done. I didn't need it. It was just a crutch that I don't want anymore. Like, I don't need it. It was something that I was telling myself that I needed, and I don't. It's not healthy for my mind. I feel like I can't connect with my dream self completely. I don't remember a lot of my dreams most of the time, and that bothers me. My mom told me I used to have dreams that would come true, so therefore I know I have prophetic dreams. I want to get back in touch with that, No, don't bite the bee. It's a bumblebee. No, you don't need to bite the bee. Whoa. Anyway, so yesterday morning at the clinic, when I was talking about, going down, the nurse was like, you're one of the real success stories. And it just really made my day. It made my day because for so long I wasn't. I struggled most of my life to figure out how to get off substances, how not to need substances to feel normal. It's been a struggle for me my entire life. But that's just because I feel everything utterly, like, overly intensely. And I've learned how to tone that down now. I am more aware, and I am fully in control of my feelings at all times now. And it didn't used to be like that. I let my feelings control me before, and that's not something I'm willing to do today because it used to get me in, don't eat bugs, Ratchy, please. It used to get me into a lot of trouble. Anyway, what's today, the 18th? And I gotta take my truck in to go get looked at next week. The tire, something's going on with the tires. I'm not sure. Okay, June 18th. Oh, tomorrow's Juneteenth too. Okay, I'm not willing to forgive myself for taking on more than is necessary or required for me to take on. This is a big one. It's quite possible that you may be working so hard not to do worse that you are actually missing out on the opportunity to do better. Or maybe, just maybe, you are so caught up in what someone else may be thinking about you that you are not thinking for yourself. Whenever this is the case, you are going to stay exactly where you are, doing exactly what you're doing. No worse, no better. If this is your case, you may need to call on grace. Grace can catch you before you fall and pick you up if you do. Grace is so powerful, it's your insurance that whatever you do will be better than what you did. Grace will close your eyes to what you don't need to see and open your eyes to the things that only you can see. Grace will close your ears to what everyone is saying while she opens your heart to what God has to say that only you need to hear. You see, Grace knows that there are some things that just for you. Grace wants you to have those things. Grace, however, can only give you what you are willing to have. That's the truth. In other words, she will only come when you call on her. And, by the way, Grace always brings her sisters, Hope and Mercy. Oh, you want back on my lap? Okay. Grace, Hope, and Mercy will do for you what you cannot do, have not been able to do not know how to do. True. Grace, Hope, and Mercy will go where you are afraid to go. They will show you what you are afraid to see. The good thing about calling on Grace, Hope, and Mercy is that eventually you will come to realize you don't have to do everything alone. Until today, you may not have realized the presence of Grace in your life. Just for today, call on Grace to work through you. And please, try not to tell her what to do. Women really don't like that. Today, I'm devoted to acknowledging and accepting the power of God's grace in every aspect of my life. Wow, that was a really, really good reading. Great reading. And it's so true. You know, it's us that holds ourselves back from the connection with Source. At least it was for me, in my case. It was because I had limiting ideas of what I believed Source was, because I, grew up with religion. And when I really dropped every thought I actually had about what Source is and realized it's everything, and it's an energy. It's not a person. And we as humans only understand like people stuff because that's how our brain works. So it's like kind of above our understanding. But when you realize that it is your energy that the universe is responding to, what you truly believe in your heart that you deserve, not what you're acting like, what you think you deserve. And for a long time, I really didn't think I deserved much because, my parents abandoned me. I must not be really worth much of anything if, my parents didn't want me around. But now I realize that that's something about them, because I would never do that to my children. I fight so hard, like I don't understand. And the whole thing, like, about keeping me from him, like purposely, intentionally, just to be malicious. Like, who does that? I've already forgiven all of it. I'm just grateful that he was cared for. Whatever happened in her care, that's her karma. I know it's my karma that he, got there in the first place, but actually that's kind of No, it's mine. I am responsible for everything I allowed in my life. Me. And, that's why I am doing everything I can to make sure that my life resembles nothing like what it used to. The exact opposite of what I used to focus on, that's what I focus on today. My health, my wellness, my mental well-being is the first and foremost important, because that's what, gives us our energy. That's what, like, how we feel is really matters. It does. It matters. When you have support and encouragement in your life, when you're doing, good, positive things, and people are encouraging you, it's a lot easier than when somebody's telling you, well, you're never going to get anywhere anyway, so why are you even bothering? And now I realize that it's a manipulation tactic to try to get you to not, ah, rise above, because, people don't like being treated like shit. So eventually, when you heal past the point that you treat yourself, you're not going to allow other people to treat you worse than you treat yourself. And that's what I realized. And I was like, I got to do better. I got to do better, because I don't like how I'm being treated. And I know I didn't treat people like that. It was the energy and what, I believed words instead of going with what I knew and felt in my heart. I kept listening to the words, and they were empty, just like the shell of the person. I mean, that's not true. I just think that he has trauma he hasn't faced, and that's it. That's it. He has something from the past that he refuses to face. I mean, I did. And until I did, I wasn't able to get myself out of my addictive patterns, period. I was making up that person because that's who I needed to get through most of my life, through the pain of being weird old me, And now I love me. I'm weird and I love it, and I don't care who doesn't. That, it used to matter to me what people thought of me. It doesn't any longer. I know that that's their projection, not mine. Mine, I'm a rocket flying through the sky, baby. You can't tell me no different. Not today. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope everybody has a really, really wonderful day. Keep your focus and, your vibrations as high as possible. You are the light and the love of your life. I hope everybody has a great day. Get out there and be a blessing. Peace.